So if you look up the orders, it's now 7 p.m. On the agenda, roll call, the order, please refrain from your cell phone. I know you got it right. The silent, please. Pledge allegiance by Willis and a prayer by Julie Sheridan. That's what I want to call it.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father, we thank you for that opportunity to be here tonight, Lord. I want to pray for everyone here, and I want to pray for our town as a whole. And God, if anyone don't know you, I hope they come to know you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank y'all. Roll call for everybody that's here. Approve the minutes from December 2nd, 2024 public hearing.
I move.
Moved by Mike.
Second.
Second by Kip. Any further questions? We'll hold on to Jody.
Aye.
Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Approve the minutes from December 2nd, 2024 public meeting.
Move.
Moved by Mike.
Second.
Second by Kip.
I do it, whatever.
Any questions? No further questions? Vote on the Jody.
Aye.
Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Third report, council to authorize the mayor to replace the engine in the 2023 Chevy Tahoe in the amount of $7,000.
Move.
Moved by Mike.
Second.
Second by Kip. Any questions?
It's better just to replace it than to repair it, that's all.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the vehicle's what, it's 2023? When you put a brand new motor, it can be good to go for a while. Better buy a new one.
We hope. We thought this engine was gonna be good, right?
Listen, mechanical, that can break tomorrow, you never.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we don't live in a perfect world.
We don't live in a perfect world. Anyway, that's.
All right. I was worried about William and Tom back there, but.
At least it's there, but not me.
All right, any further questions, any discussion, we'll vote on it. Jody.
Aye.
Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Have it. Building permits, we don't have any, John? Okay. Occupational license, we don't have any. Project status report, John, please on.
Yeah, the no sewer treatment plant upgrades, that project is complete, all the work has been done. It's time to authorize the final payment, unless that's a holdover from the last agenda, because I wasn't here last time. Tracy,
Yes, it was a holdover.
it was?
It was not authorized.
No.
We just,
Okay, so, it needs to be authorized.
I'm sorry.
We need a move, we need a.
Motion for the final payment. No sewer treatment plant upgrades.
Not ready for it yet.
Not ready for it yet?
No, sir. I feel my hearing aid on short. I get too much noise. I didn't hear what you said earlier, but I think we ought to wait on payment. Is that North Sioux might agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my recommendation, gentlemen.
So we just don't do no action?
No action required, so.
Why, Mr. Mayor?
Well, there's some payment needs to be paid back to the town. That
Okay, just
we had a meeting there, there's some parties that we shared the cost of 3. Only the time they collect from the party before we pay the bill. Makes sense.
agree.
Understood.
No IOU on this one.
Sewer phase 7, Carbon de Granville, construction is ongoing. They're making pretty good progress. The entirety of the main line hopefully will be in by the end of the week. They still have to put in the service connections. We don't expect the pumps probably until late January, so they won't be able to put the whole system online until then. And at this point, there's only one rotor monitor income house to connect. We're still looking for, still have time to find others. If y'all know of anybody in that neighborhood who might qualify, have them get in touch with Leah Tracy, and we'll get them in touch with South Central Planning to get that paperwork.
And that's on Terrebonne and the Grand.
They're going to the grant. Okay, the seawall, we're still working on ERA application. Actually, it's been applied for, we're just waiting on them to go through the applications. The infrastructure grant applications, we have executed our contract with y'all. We've started the work, we've done surveys on each of the 4 sites. We are pushing in particular with their set one right now, so hopefully we'll be able to get that done. Have a plan to you in the middle of January.
What year?
2025.
25? We'll hold you up to that now.
Sir?
I'm gonna hold you up to that.
Yes, sir. The sewer phase 8, we're still waiting on that one servitude to get from Terrebonne to Cherry. This one is missing. And, yes, so we're working on that one. The capital outlay, Williams Road, that one too, we expect those pumps in January, late January. So that's when we expect to see the contractor out on the site. Unlike phase 7, this one, the bulk of it is that particular pump station. Armandale Sea Drainage, that one I'm going to apologize for. I should have been ready for that one by now. So I'll work on that in earnest.
Question?
The new capital outlay requests were made, waiting on the legislation to go into session. Chlorine contact chamber, the actual concrete plant was ordered. That is probably going to be late January when it comes in. We asked for quotes from plumbers. None of the plumbers we talked to provided a quote. That's Bruce's, Calais, and Meadow. What I think is none of them understood the process of what we were asking from them. So I'm thinking once we have the plant on site, we can say, okay, come look at it. This is what we need on this end, this is what we need on the other end, and we'll be able to get that hooked up. The preliminary flood maps were received. They are trying to schedule a meeting with the town. And sewer phase 9, we did apply for phase 2 of the water safety program grant application for that. It's 2.2 million, between 2.1 and 2.2 million. And that would be Washington first.
Any questions about town engineer from the council?
How many phases are we gonna have before we finish?
That's a good question. It
I don't mean to
depends
put you-
a lot on what size grants we can get.
It wasn't enough.
But I would not be surprised if it ends up being 15.
I got it.
Now, this is phase 8. How long do we have to wait that one?
How long do we have to wait for what?
That one's already signature.
Whenever we can get them to sign. If you could do it tomorrow, we'd be thrilled.
So we pester him every day. His name is Mr. Carvin Jacobs. We call him every single day. And we can't wait to him. We resorted to text messaging him. I finally heard back from him Friday. He indicated that he had been out of the country. He asked that someone in the town, which I had sent the information. I called Tracy immediately after I finished on the phone with him. He has questions about a camper permit for his property and when he would sign that. So I have no idea what the two have to do with each
I
other.
don't think you have a camper permit.
I instructed him that I had forwarded his information over to Tracy. Tracy had the mayor call him today and he was unavailable. So we're going to call him every single day.
And we're stuck until we get the seat.
We can do an expropriation, but the cost of, a cost for an expropriation is so much. He indicated on the phone that he would sign it, so it's really just a matter, we sent it to him certified mail, we sent it to him regular mail. I even talked to Bryce about his driving to Texas to have him to sign the paperwork. Getting close. So we're on a road trip or something like that.
Where?
Somewhere by Houston, not too far.
And, because he has not applied for a camper permit, but we'll expedite that if we does.
Right. I think that's the map.
On the flood map, is that of just the town here, or the flood map? What's the-
That is for the entire parish.
Okay, parish.
Parish, yes. I know I've got the towns, but I've
Yeah,
got the parishes.
You said you had to meet with.
No, but I think you will have meetings for just the town.
Okay, thanks.
John, remember before, I saw that Bryce wanted to do some research on their set portion. Is there like, that's just as soon as possible, or is that everything done?
So we're going to do it in January, so that's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay, so as soon as possible.
2025.
2025.
Gotcha.
Fastly approaching.
You getting it tonight, John?
That's what I get for not showing up last
I
time.
was thinking the same thing,
You holding up? Anybody else to give another shot?
whatever,
All right, thank you, John, very much. All right, we'll move forward to attorney's report.
Mayor, number one is off-road vehicle highway LA1 legislation to be worked on by President and Representative Ogeron. As you know, we provided copies of our proposal to the council approved it, so we provided maybe in a special session or something like that, that he, whatever he was working on is resolved, and so he's gonna be focusing on that. He wants to meet with DOTD, to see if they have any recommendations, if it needs any modifications, or if there's any problems with the proposal. So Joe is working on that.
Is there any input we can do to help?
If, what we can do is reach out to Mr. Ogeron, and if DOTD has questions or anything like that, but as of right now, we presented Representative Ogeron with all of the, our input on that one, and what the council's recommendation was.
And I spoke to him about 2 weeks ago, he said it would be probably late in 25. Before we get anything close to the DOT.
Right, well, he gets 5.
Yeah, that's all we're allowed to bring up.
Right, 5 allowed non-fiscal bills, and he is accepting this as one of the 5. But before he really gets it drafted up and presents it to the legislature, which obviously is not right now, he wants to make, go through it with DOTD and kind of vet it to make sure that it's even gonna have muster if it goes before the legislature. Okay, number 2, attorney to provide updates on the possibility of moving American Legion monument located at GM American Legion Hall. Bryce and I are still researching this. There's a lot of different players in the game, whether the town can actually accept something like that, with maintenance of it. We have determined that if we can, it would be a cooperative endeavor agreement that we would enter into with the American Legion. I'm thinking that my off-the-cuff answer is that we can. We just need to, Bryce and I want to make sure we have some sort of statute to hang our hats on if anything ever came of it in the future. So we kind of chill on that.
Did y'all have your meeting with them?
Yeah, we're meeting, and they said, we're waiting to come back from what Bryce.
Okay, but y'all are okay with it at the American Legion? The American Legion is interested in doing that.
Yes, well, we find out who's liable and everything else in case something happens.
Right, and that's kind of what we want to iron out, is making sure that we figure that out. And then number 3, attorney to research council options related to the property located at 2606 North Alex Cleveland Boulevard. If I'm not mistaken, this is the old Newell's parking lot. Is that wrong?
Yep,
Okay.
you're right.
So I think that we asked that Mr. Cliffhouse provide us a map of where the jurisdiction of the town ends in this tract of land. And you should have a map in your binders, which indicates, I think, is it depicted as a red line? Yes. Okay, so on my computer it's a red line. The red line shows you where the jurisdiction of the town is. So you see that part of the operation is outside of the jurisdictional limits of the town, part of the operation is within the jurisdictional limits of the town. In section 83620 of the ordinance code here in the town of Golden Meadow, delineated the process of declaring something a public nuisance and requiring that it either be, in some way mitigated. There's an exception for, I'm going to read it to you. Any junk items on the premises of a building enterprise operated in a lawful manner when necessary to the operation of such business enterprise is lawfully licensed by the town. So, I guess, the question, Bryce and I's advice is, if anyone is concerned about a public nuisance in the town of Golden Meadow in the jurisdictional limits, then we need to send them a letter for that person to appear before council to address the concerns that the council has. And if that person wants to say, I'm operating a lawful business and this stuff is part of my lawful business and that's part of me running my enterprise, then he or she can make that argument at that time. But that's like the process that we would have to do. So I would say if the town is interested in doing that, then I think that, now understand, we only have power within the jurisdictional limits. We need to move forward with that process of following the procedures set out in 83620. Do you have any questions about that?
Any questions from the council?
So what I'm looking at on this map, just everything to the left, to the south is inside the corporation, right? That's what, I'm just making sure,
South of the red line.
south to the left, yeah, to the left, to the south of the red line.
This,
Yeah.
then everything this way would be,
South.
to the left would be south. That would be within the jurisdictional limits of the town. Anything north would be governed by the parish, and I'm sure they have a similar nuisance abatement oracle on their books. So, but that would be something up to the council, Mr. Learning here, if that was a concern of the parish, and the parish would have to move forward according to the procedures that they set out for this portion.
We went after 2 sisters for such a thing. My thing is, I don't want the old state bank to start looking like this as well. That's one of my concerns with this. The man does work out of it, whatever, however. He wants to open a bar. Looking at it with this aerial view, it don't look very too good. It looks worse from the air than when you're looking at it passing on the highway. That's just me.
Good thing we don't fly there.
I guess you're right, yeah.
I have a question. So, the vehicles that are not movable on this property, they can stay there because they were built to stay there too? We have an ordinance for that also, right?
Right, if you were,
I'm
your
just saying.
concern was just about the vehicle.
No, well, if he,
Yeah.
well, he could use that, this is his business, this and that, but there's a lot of vehicles in there that,
Okay.
they're not road, I'm sorry. Y'all might think they're road service, but they ain't getting on the road,
Okay.
I agree with that.
So the immovable vehicles. And then, I just think that it would be smart to follow the procedure that we set out. I will also look into the immovable vehicles, because I know that we use that on like Mrs. Thomas Petrie Lane.
right?
We did something similar there. But, it says whenever the public, the mayor or the chief of police shall order the owner of the property, to come before the council. And so I think that would be the best way to do it. I know that the mayor, I just think it would be smart if the council, if that is a concern of the council needs to, make a motion to have the property owner brought before us so that they can address the concerns that you have. Some of them may be the junk vehicles, and so I think that's going to be the way that we move forward with the problem.
Jody, any comments, George? Willis? Liz?
The only thing is like what she's bringing up, I went in, did some research also, and it's a contractor's yard, and the ordinance says a contractor can have storage in their yard, you know, I mean, and you might think it's junk, I might think it's junk, but maybe it's not junk, I don't know. I don't know. Who defines that?
Mike.
I'm just saying, it's, yeah.
We got an ordinance on junk vehicles, abandoned vehicles.
Well, I'm-
Correct, right?
You know,
And
We're just gonna follow the law.
But
We
this
have in the book.
also, it says junk, it also includes junk motor vehicles, like this nuisance abatement article that we have, could encompass that as well. But, you know, the owner has to prove that the manner in which the property is necessary for the conducting of this enterprise. And so, you know, there may be something that the council and the property owner can come to some sort of a, yeah. But it doesn't have to be the extent of the article's ability to enforce, and maybe the property. I won't know until you bring the property owner here to discuss it.
Well, he needs to know what he's coming to discuss besides the stuff on his property. You'll be specific
Yes.
in your letter?
Yes, sir.
What's the wishes of the council?
get them here.
You making a motion?
Yes, sir.
Okay, motion made by Kip. Second by Lacy. Any further discussion? We vote on Jordan.
Nay.
Kip.
Yay.
Wills.
Yes.
Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Nick.
Yes, I think for instance, thank you.
I think that is my last item on my list.
Chief of Police?
I don't have anything, Mayor.
All right. Gotcha. Old business, Hurricane Auto Repair. The following project has been obligated and received funds with a work completed by deadline December 31st, 2024. Pump behind Little Eagle completed and the flood gate at the park completed. Big electrical boxes pump station. Street signs completed and waiting on caution signs. Lift station completed and sewage plants. Lift station, okay, we can do that on the agenda or we're gonna wait? Lift station is completed and sewage plants?
The only, only the north plant's
We still
complete.
got
The
some
south
left. That's fine.
plant still has work. The caution lights, I believe, are operating on one end. I'm not sure if they're operating on the other end. There's still a few things we need to check.
I know the north end is working. Okay, that's fine. Senior citizens draft bill and 50% ruling request called on 11/12/24 and was advised they will January 2025 before CRC gets to this project because of backlog. Swimming pool pump building, swimming pool bathhouse building for possibility of alternate project called 11/12/24 and was advised it will be January 2025 before RC gets this project because of backlog. Parish to request bid the first quarter of 2025 to repair asphalt street on Ridgewood Boulevard and Ducey Drive in Norman Street. So today, they're working on Norman Street. We got a contractor to come in, I'm sure they'll do the rest of them. I haven't talked to the contractor. As far as the, okay. And Ducey Drive, Willis, the guy, the crew and fix this. Okay, LGAP application submitted on 11/13/2023, approved for $35,000. Council approved award this project to skate park parking lot with a handicap parking, 11/25/24. Construction is completed and waiting on handicap marking. I know you're concerned about the marking, Willis. They started on it today, marking on the parking lot. All right. Councilman Sherman has established and provide criteria for speed bumps on Washington Street and Sherman Lane and Ducey Street. Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, we still at the last meeting, he kind of explained what, the ordinance.
Right, so we had sent a copy of it, and Bryce had presented it at last meeting. And so I think the status of it was y'all were reviewing it to see if you had any questions about it, or if you felt any more restrictions or guidelines needed to be put on it. I felt like there are so many different factors that go into determining what traffic calming devices should be used in a particular neighborhood, especially in the town. Because we have so many freeways here, and some have businesses, some don't have businesses, some are connecting streets. So I felt like the more restrictions we put on it, the more we limit the council. Y'all know this town better than anybody else, so I felt like it was, I didn't want to restrict it too much.
Talking to some of the residents, and especially Sherman, I mean, they would like it, but they're not against it. They had some questions about the height of it. There's low profile speed bumps you can do it.
Right.
And it'll slow you down a certain amount, they show you the criteria, and it'll slow you down.
I think it's time we put it to rest and come up with a criteria. I mean, we've been talking this for years, Mr. John is in the audience. I'm
That
sure
that
he's
was my
waiting
next
for
thing, there's some
a
citizens
question,
that's
and
really,
I
they've been
think
doing after this for a long
we need to make the criteria, present it to the council, so the council can approve and we can move forward. I mean.
How long can we actually vote on the order to bring it up to the?
Soon
Y'all
as
okay with the way
soon as we get the,
it's
soon as we get the criteria in writing, and the board can review it.
She
I
said,
didn't
you
get it.
didn't get it?
I didn't get the email.
I thought you had sent one to everyone.
No, all I kind of skimmed over it last meeting, but
Okay,
that
well,
was
I
it.
got the email on that.
Right, no, Bryce had put a copy in your binders last week. So listen, if you didn't receive it, no big deal. I'm gonna email it to all of you. We'll use the first meeting in January as an opportunity for you to give us feedback. If you have no feedback, then we'll put it in ordinance form. That way we can move forward with the
But-
public meeting and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and in a way, maybe this might be something for the new council as well. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
I agree, we need to get it taken care
Next
of.
year anyway, so.
Yeah,
Well, it's time for us to put
Definitely.
the rest of our, what path we're gonna take.
yeah.
So, send everybody a copy, and next meeting in January, the council can vote on what they wanna do.
Mr. Jody, I'll call again at that close.
Sure that,
Try to get the quote. I'm trying to get close as to the cost associated.
well, the cost is gonna be expensive, let's get an ordinance in place, then we'll
It
see what the
depends on
cost
what
is.
kind you put, Mr. Lee.
Right.
You know, I understand the cost is cost, but
No, but we'll do both at the same time. I'm gonna call to find out cost, and then we also can
yeah,
have.
but you need to get the street commissioner to see what he wants,
Yes,
not what, you know,
right, no, I understand.
your opinion, you know, you got a street commissioner, let him come to the council, see what kind of speed bump we want. But we need to vote on the criteria, I mean, until we vote the criteria, I mean,
I think you should know the cost too, Mr. Mayor.
huh?
I think we should know the cost too before
Well,
you
you can get
vote.
the cost
Yeah,
too, but
it's-
we're
it's
gonna-
easy to get.
I can get the cost tomorrow morning, you know what I'm saying?
Some of them are less than $100, below profile, some of them are less than $100, some of them.
No, $100 is not gonna last. We spent $1,000.
Just tell you what I see.
I'm just saying, the last time we spent $1,000 a piece on them, they were peeling out on them, they pull them out the blacktop, you know what I'm saying, Joe?
Or we can put the ones that the fire has gave us, and then all we gotta get is the post.
So,
That's a call.
And then
well,
also,
okay, do that, that's fine.
and then also when you look it up, if, I would think the town's responsible for damage to a vehicle. I would think.
Let's let the attorney answer that.
That's what I'm getting
No, I
at.
know.
Yeah, I can, you look into that as well.
This is that's a legal part.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking her if she could look into it.
What you saying?
But that's what he wants to see, the legal part
Okay,
too.
that's fine.
Mr. Mayor, I think someone had their hand up.
Yeah, I see her.
Okay.
Go ahead, Connor.
If the speed hump falls apart, will it be replaced?
How's that?
If the speed hump falls apart, will it be replaced?
Yes. If the council says, well, we're gonna put speed limit down to Share Street, we gotta maintain it.
Okay.
That's before our street project.
And look, you have, I've talked to people in the public and it's a mixture.
Yeah.
It's,
Some want it,
it's
some
both
don't.
ways, they go.
Some don't want it because they're gonna mess up their house, the bump, like, because they hit the bump so hard, their house shakes. Some people.
That's why it's good to have that ordinance, and then
It's all gonna depend.
part of that is having a committee and stuff like that. Talking to people.
Okay.
But I'm with you, Mr. Mayor, let's get it rolling.
All right. Okay, number 6, energy trim trees around light poles, submit request for Fargo, Barrett, and Report Village streets. I think Barrett was taken care of, is that correct? Street commissioner, you don't live with each other?
I know some of the lights, I mean, the lights are taken care of. But they still got one or two of them that's still dim, but most of them are dim.
We're talking about trimming the trees.
We talking trimming trees here, Brad.
Oh, that's been done a long time ago, man.
Barrett.
That's been done a long time ago.
Did
They
he
need to
come
trim
in-
some more?
Did he come in?
You don't remember the pole that's leaning, they fixed that? That's part of the street commission to do that. I'll do the trees, but I can't do the poles. I mean, I can if you want me to.
Wait.
In Barrett Street, you don't remember the pole was leaning in the
No.
tree?
The pole's taken care of, talking about the trees.
The trees was cut a long time
Okay,
ago,
we
it's
need
the
to
poles.
remove-
that
We need to
leaning.
remove from the agenda.
Not, they didn't come in my
Kip
street.
said
Did it come in your street?
No, sir.
Well, that's,
Well, your
I'm
street's-
talking about Barrett.
Okay, your street's not on the agenda.
Yeah, Fargo.
Fargo?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
Fargo.
sorry, I'm
I'll
sorry.
go right, report video.
Is,
Report Village, Barrett Street.
yeah, there's one or two
The
branches,
town-
but not in the back.
The town even trimmed some of the trees around Barrett. That was done a long time ago.
If it would be low enough, I would cut it, but it's on the top, and when the wind blows, it hits the transformer, and it looks like fireworks,
Okay,
like my
this-
granddaughter
this gotta go
said.
down. Okay, Fargo wasn't done, Barrett Street was done?
When I seen light poles, it reminded me of the lights.
Yes.
Okay.
From that makes sense.
How about Report Village? All right, we'll leave it on the agenda, I'll go check tomorrow.
We'll check again, but I mean,
Hurricane Francine's project has been created, a file of Cat B claim for force account for labor and material. Waiting on our money from FEMA. Waiting update from assessor's office on whether allegory tax, inventory tax will be cut from the tax roll.
How much was that again, Tracy, as we go over?
About $1,500 or $1,600.
I don't know about that.
LGAP application for 2024, 2025, 11/27/24 application submitted for sidewalk repair between Dusset Street and Perkins Street. I met with Sal this afternoon on that, they're gonna confirm the area. It looked like it would be, from Perkins Street to that little catering company on the south side, what's the name of the company, Mike?
Relafit.
Yeah. Look, the northern looks like it'd be all right, so we're gonna get a call there. Accommodation procedure, Mr. Tom?
All right, the first one is BC 1054. This property is condemned, and the owner has until this date to repair or demolish the structure, and our CPO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. The owner started tearing down the structure and should continue until the entire structure is torn down and all materials are removed from site. He was on site during the inspection today.
That would, I guess, y'all would give them some extended period of time to consider, or we proceed with demolishing it ourselves.
What's the wishes of the council?
He's right here.
Oh, he's good.
I don't know, the proposal, see if they're gonna be about too much, I'm doing it by myself, and once in a while, my friends come and help me, but, if it's too much, see if I got down by now. If they'll give me that one time, I know holiday year, but that's not a factor. I'm doing it by myself, and I do have one adopted rules I do too, but if they'll give me 2 months, give me a month, will it, 2 months now. I'll come back and do what y'all.
how about we do a month at a time? I'm moving to give it 30 days.
Motion made by Jody, give it 30 days. Second by Willis, any further discussion? We're going and roll on Jody.
Aye.
Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike,
All
aye.
right, that's what they always do, is read 30 days at a time. As long as you work in 30 days.
Thank you.
All right, next property is BC 1065. This property has been condemned. The owner has until this date to repair or demolish, and our CPO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. No changes have been made since the previous inspection, so it was my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
So, Mr. Mayor, the next step would be requesting bids for demolition.
All right, need a motion by the council, if you all agree. Motion made by Kip.
Second.
Second by Mike. Any questions? No further questions, we'll vote on it. Jody?
Aye.
Kip?
Aye.
Willis?
Aye.
Lacy?
Aye.
Mike? Ayes have it. All right, Tom.
BC 1064, this property has been condemned and demolished. Bids are due this date to remove the remaining debris from the demolition, and our CBO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. Demolition appears to be complete, and still need to remove all demolished materials from the site.
Didn't we vote to send them a letter,
No, we voted for bids.
Vote for bid, then we got one bid received. The council wish me to open it? We'll
Yes,
open it.
sir.
All right. It is sealed
That's the one with the debris all over, right out.
between Schwester Street and.
So 400 to go out. Contour.
The bullet debris piled on the side of the street, $8,200. Debris will be placed in a local location and the dumpster and the bins. So we gotta be sure it goes out landfill.
Okay, who's the bid?
Oh, BM Construction. Dan Okan. What's the wish of the council?
That's the only one we got.
Need a motion?
Move.
Moved by Kip, second by Willis. Any further questions? Any questions in the audience? No further questions, we'll vote on it. Jody?
Aye.
Kip?
Aye.
Willis? Lacy?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
How much you said it was?
82.
8,200. Okay. Tom?
BC 1033, this property has been condemned. The owner has until this date to repair or demolish. Our CBO does have an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. Renovation work is ongoing. If the progress stops, then it's my recommendation to proceed with condemnation.
Question on this one. Mr. Inspector, what does she have left to do? Because we were, at one point, we worried about the front porch, the back carport. It looks kind of sealed, everything's painted.
It's almost painted, okay. Yeah, the guy was working at it today. It's almost finished painted, he said it got a little bit vinyl left.
That's why I was asking what
Very
you.
close.
Okay.
Hopefully next meeting, we can lift it.
There, she's new.
Yeah.
Council wish to give it 30 days?
Yes.
Need a motion?
Move.
Moved by Kip, second by Willis. Any further questions? No further questions, we vote on it. Jody? Kip?
Aye.
Willis? Lacy? Mike? Ayes have it.
Okay, BC 1036, this property has been condemned. The owner has until this date to repair and demolish, and our CBO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. Renovation work is ongoing and should continue until the dwelling is weathertight and no longer in a condemnable state.
So we need to just take it off the agenda?
No.
No, it's
No.
ongoing. Give them more time.
Frank? Okay. I'm sorry for that.
I'm gonna be the 30-day guy this time. Again, should I say.
Motion made by Kip, 30 days, second by Willis. Any further questions? We will vote on Jody.
Aye.
Kip?
Willis.
Lacy?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right.
BC 1063, this property has been condemned. The owner has until this date to repair and demolish. Our CBO does have an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. There have been no noticeable changes since the previous inspection, so it is my recommendation to proceed with condemnation.
Mr. Mayor, I do believe the property owner is here.
Yes, sir, right here.
I was waiting till Mr. Cortez and the supervisor supposed to be here.
Yeah. Did that help? Okay, yeah. You're the one that called me on the phone?
I don't think so.
Mr. John? You're not
That's
John?
one more guy. That's one more.
Okay.
So effectively, we're just looking for direction on this one, because it was condemned and it wasn't condemned. We're just a little confused. We're ready to move on construction, but the inspection report, I thought was excellently done. Had a lot of good information that helped us perceive that this house was in really rough condition. But because of the redaction, it was just tough for us to really understand exactly what we're looking for. Since I'm kind of representing Restore on the construction side, like if this house does end up being condemned, she'll still remain inside of the program.
which would then possibly, open up other options for her to still receive grant funds, so those will be removed from her. But we just need, is it condemned or is it not condemned? I feel like the more demo we do, the worse the situation is gonna be.
So the property has been condemned, the order of condemnation has been issued. However, it has been, the enforcement of it has been extended for periods of time, typically a 30 days extension. But it does have permits, I believe, right?
It does.
I'm not mistaken.
That makes it even more confusing.
So you can proceed, and traditionally the council, as long as there's progress being made in the renovation and repair of the structure, they will continue to give 30-day extensions as historical tradition.
So what is your plan?
Seeing this house as it is, most likely what ends up happening is a lot of the demo ends up getting completed. And then eventually the structure ends up being in such poor condition, once all the studs are exposed and the framing is composed, that it ends up being condemned at a later stage than now. Either way, it will end up on the same path, which is us basically passing this back over to the grant program for them to look at it closer and determine what they want to do. Because she can accept it as a program, it's usually very positive for the citizens.
So with the information you got so far, it's not condemned enough that y'all could bring it to the higher upper, so to speak, to tear it down? And
that's correct. It's because it was the order, right? It was condemnation, then permit received. That kind of just threw the wrench in it. I do think if we can get a condemnation.
Yeah, because I provided the condemnation order and the building inspector report in the right, and I explained to him very vividly that it was condemned and that he said, as soon as I receive this, I'm going to have the structure completely demolished. And so I relayed that information to the council. At no time has the condemnation order ever been adopted by the council. Yeah, so like, if something is not done by restore, like tomorrow, like the council is going to demolish the property. And we don't want Ms. Alonso to lose her restore money if she doesn't have to, but we just, you're the first person who's come to it, so I apologize that we didn't right with this.
Yeah, he was here.
It kind of sounds like you're gonna open this can of worms. It's gonna be horrible. You're gonna have to tear it down, but we're gonna have to eat the cost of tearing it down, is what I'm getting, or am I wrong?
No, sir, because she's already in the grant program, the grant will probably.
It's just gonna take a little time.
It'll just take more time.
Except they ought to move forward, not us. We are, I'm banging my head against the wall because at first I was the one that was pushing the hardest about tearing this woman's house down. And then I hear, oh no, Mike, y'all not giving us a permit to do the restoration. So I pushed to get the permit issued. And now we the hold up because y'all want us to push further to tear it down?
Yeah.
Explain that to me. I'm at a loss.
Yeah, so it
I'm at a loss.
It must have just been our misunderstanding on how this issuance of condemnation worked. And our apologies on that, right? So the way that we thought it was going to work, effectively, if the house was truly condemned, how do we get a permit? So from our perspective, if you get a permit, does that then redact the condemnation letter? So it might just be a procedural issue on my end, and our apologies on that. So if we continue to move forward, it sounds like this is true.
So you can get condemnation.
In the town's eyes,
Is to bring it out of condemnation.
Okay.
in the town's eyes, it's condemned, it's no good.
Okay.
So go push your higher uppers to condemn it and tear it down and build a new one.
Hurry, I can renovate it.
John, I see you look like you got your thinking cap on. What you thinking?
No, it's for you.
You agreeing with what this guy said? I'm not picking on you, I'm asking for your
can
opinion.
repair anything.
I'm asking for your opinion.
One at a time, please.
My thing is, I agree, basically with Tom.
You, that's what I'm getting at.
But basically, the town has condemned the structure. But that doesn't mean that it necessarily has to be torn down. If it can be repaired and put back into a livable situation, then they would take up the condemnation order. So if you want to go ahead and start working on the path, whichever way it will work. You know, the town just wants a structure that won't fall down on the neighbor the next door.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So whether that is tearing it down and building her a new one, or fixing the one she has, I don't think it matters much to those guys up there. It just needs to be done relatively quick.
That's correct.
I would prefer to see a new house myself, because
Thank you.
it would be
Sorry
up
to
to
put you on the
code,
spot, but
it would
thank
be,
you.
everything would be on the up and up. I know the fixing would be an up and up too, but the new one would really be up to code.
You're in. What's the next step?
Have we, just not those are
Not at all.
incomplete in that we awarded a bid already. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, be advised, I was told if the town tears it down, she gets nothing.
And then that answers that question.
Then in other words, Restore is not gonna pay the town back for tearing it
That's
down.
correct.
You know, so she gets nothing.
That's why I asked.
That's why I'm prolonging it, to try to get them to either
Yeah.
tear down or repair.
No, with this.
So if the town tears it down, it's done, it's over, just a lot.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know about the reimbursement side, remember, I'm just on the contract.
Well, I was told that
Um,
Restore wasn't gonna reimburse.
I feel confident with the meeting that we have now, we have a pretty good path towards, trying to get her a new house. And with that, it won't take me any more than 30 days to get an answer from the state, but it might prolong. She's gotta go back into another process for all that to happen, which should take anywhere between 4 to 6 months.
With Joey and Jerry, if I can we give 30 days and then see where they at in 30 days? Would you be okay with that, buddy, or everybody, the council,
Well,
whatever?
this is the council, all I want is to follow the rule like we did for everyone else. You know, your request, and I told you, your boss, the request you to give me in writing to our attorney, so we can have a paper trail for down the line, you know what I'm saying? Your request should have been put in writing 3 weeks ago.
I agree with that.
That way we would have something in writing. I mean, this is public record right here, we're talking, you know, we'd be much far ahead. I mean, it's the wishes of the council, it's not my decision.
What can you do by next meeting?
My decision is to
Well,
be,
next meeting, I can have a ruling from the state.
What's our next meeting?
Next meeting is January 6th.
Six. So,
Regardless
Yeah.
of.
What was this 4 to 6 months you just
How
mentioned?
about I make a motion, I give 30 days?
No, I want
hold on,
14.
one at a time, fellas.
I want next meeting. What was this? You just said something about 4 to 6 months.
So that's the second part of the process, right? The first part of the process will be us explaining this to the grant program for them to decide what to do. Right, at that point, it's no longer in the contractor's hands.
I got you.
Now, so it goes through the process all over again, and it spits out to the contractor for the second time. At that point, we
so when does
Yeah.
that process go out?
That's the thing, once it's
That would
demolished,
be-
then you don't have no more danger, then no matter how long it takes to build a house.
Is that before the?
No, that would be after, they'd have to go through the machine, come out the machine, and then at that point, give us another 60 days to do the demolition permit. Yes.
This is how I feel. I know I might not be here in the next year, but her first letter went out to her June 4th of 2024. We have some people that their first letter went out in 2023. We gave them till 2024. They took a year and 4 months, some of them, to clean their house. Give her time to get her house.
Y'all gotta be.
You wanna
Well,
do 30 days?
If
Well,
I
I'm
can-
just saying-
30 days.
If I can say one more thing, at this point, this job is in my hands, and I have a clock, and that clock is ticking. And so all of the time that it's been sitting, kind of going back and forth, that is no more, right? I have to decide what needs to happen as quickly as I possibly can, so
Well,
that helps.
My thing would be by January 6th, if the mayor brought up a good point about the paper trail, and I agree with Mike, banging his head against the wall. I agree with Lacey as well, we gave people a lot of time, we gave 30 days to quite a few tonight. But by next meeting, could you have something in writing, what's going on?
Yes, I can have steps that we can make to move forward.
Well, whatever, 2 weeks, 14 days, whatever.
Next meeting.
Next meeting, we go from there.
That's your motion?
That's my motion.
I'll say.
Most of you like give second, like Jody. Jody, got any questions?
Is that good?
Just before the meeting finishes.
I'd like you to communicate through Ms. Jarrell, town attorney, if you don't mind. All right. Yes, sir.
What we're saying is that the building will be torn down, correct? By y'all, at all expense?
At
Yeah,
some point.
yes. It just takes a process.
Then you'll
Sure.
build a new house out
That's
there.
correct, yes,
So
sir.
we're not gonna have any money coming out of our.
That's my word. That's my word.
That's what I'm trying to do, save the town.
Okay, we'll vote on it. Jody, Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Ayes have it, let's move forward.
All right, PC 1072, this property has been condemned, the owner has until this date to declare it demolished, and our CBO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection, no changes have been made since the previous inspection, so it's my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
There's no person in the company who ain't done
The
that.
next step would be to go out and visit the property.
No.
What the wishes of the board, move forward? Somebody need a motion?
I move.
Motion by Lacy,
Second.
second by Kip. Any further discussion? No further discussion, we vote on Jody. Oh, wait, Mr. Johnny.
Okay, did I miss something? B 1072?
Yes, sir.
That's all right.
That's where we are right
The
now.
one- the
That's
one-
where y'all right now?
Yeah.
Okay, now, how much time y'all gonna give me to
We're
fix
going
it?
off the.
No, we're going off the bid.
Huh?
We're moving forward to go out the bid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's, what you said last meeting is 2x4 and a sheet of plywood. You didn't put it up.
I hadn't seen him do it.
You didn't put it up, so we're
Okay, so
going.
they're going out for bid?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jody. Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike. Ayes have it.
All right, PC 1071, the property is scheduled for a condemnation hearing tonight, but I must say that we were unable to make service properly upon the age of service process. So accordingly, we won't be able to proceed this evening with that, but our CBO does have an update on the structure itself.
This was a follow-up inspection, renovation work is ongoing and should continue until the building is weather-tight and no longer in a condemnable state.
Basically,
they got the block
They
walls.
did the block.
Yeah, all the block wall work is done, so there, and I mean, the front, look, I don't remember what the building looked like before, I'm guessing that was all glass before in the front.
It was,
Boarded up.
I think it was.
It was a screen like a sliding door type deal.
So that's still boarded up with wood that's deteriorating.
Yeah.
And some metal sheathing on the walls, so it needs to be.
I think the last word, our town, other town attorney told us that he ordered the glass with certain glass. The door. Is that correct?
DC 1071, is that the one?
Yes.
Yes.
The old house.
Go ahead.
So we have spoken with somebody with this property, and I can't tell you that the glass was ordered, but there was something ordered if that was going to be put there. I do know there was some discussion of, no, that's a different one, sorry.
What is for during of the building next door?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're out on that, you got
But
about
it's-
8 of them,
it's
it's a
true.
family, from big to little, that's all that
Let's continue. What are the wishes of the council? Give them 30 days?
Well, Mayor, we don't have service on them, so.
So this is scheduled for condemnation hearing this evening, but we don't have proper service on the age of this gas incorporated. So we're not able to proceed properly with having a condemnation hearing. So we're going to have to reset, and I'm going to have to get with the town's attorney, and we're going to have to come up with a plan to perhaps get service via a marshal or sheriff's deputy in the parish. He's up in North Louisiana, the agent that is. So, but that's the only way we can proceed legally with the condemnation hearing. So we'd have to reschedule, but in the meantime, I know he's getting the information, and it sounds like he's making some progress. I know it's not to your satisfaction, but this is the process we have to go through.
So the council has to approve for the condemnation hearing to
Well, we generally, as a rule, have 45 days that we use to set a hearing because of, having to get this service, like with certified mail. We might be able to do it a little early. It's faster if we go the route of using, our marshal's law, our chief police office to get the process to the proper authorities for service up in, I think it was back there in North Louisiana, and have them make that personal service on the age of service process.
Well, let's do what we gotta do.
Okay, so we'll go that route.
I agree with that, I'll make that motion.
Motion by Kip, second by Willis. Any further discussion? No further discussion, we'll vote on it. Jody?
Aye.
Kip?
Aye.
Willis?
Aye.
Lacy? Mike?
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right, Tom.
Okay,
Ben, what is it?
this property has been condemned, bids for demolition awarded with notice of date of demolition to be sent out. We believe the town attorney may have some additional information with respect to the notice of demolition being formed.
So I'll send a notice of demolition to the owners, and at that point, we'll have a demolition date because we have already awarded the bid. That one's not.
So DC 1068, this property has been condemned, bids for demolition have been accepted and awarded with notice of demolition to be sent out to owner. Once the contract for demolition is signed, the town's council may have some additional information.
I have a note to call. Has anyone spoken with Ms. Sibley?
Haven't spoken in a while.
I have her daughter's phone number, so I'm gonna call Ms. Vicky. I know that they were taking things out of their property.
The full, that's the whole going on.
The notice of demolition was served one held today, according to the chief, by a parish deputy because she's now living in Chaffey. So what would be left is to sign the contract with the contract. But I'm gonna also call Ms. Vicky to see if there's any, did you go out and check out or no?
Nothing.
No.
Okay, so that's 68. BC 1066, BC 1050, and BC 1053. These properties have been condemned. The owners have until January 6th, 2025 to repair and demolish. So there's no action necessary on these agenda items. BC 1067. This property is scheduled for condemnation date on January 6th. There's no action necessary on this agenda item. And then the last one, BC 1073, we are getting our abstract for our ownership research on this property tomorrow. So after that, to confirm ownership, which will be in 2 weeks, we will set it for condemnation. So there's no action necessary. And that concludes my presentation.
All right, any questions before we move on to next? All right. New business. Council to consider approving November budget, actual finance statement, everybody had a copy? Don't have any questions, we'll go on Jordan.
Got a question. One more, Mr. I see we,
Need a motion, then you can ask a question.
the motion to ask the question.
Since you tell them that's the right way to do it.
I'd like them to make a motion to ask a question.
No, motion to accept, then you can ask the
All right.
question.
Why we can't do the question first?
It's all right. Just trying to follow the rules.
Well, we did it before.
Rules
Go
change
ahead.
every week.
Except, I'll
Ask a
question it
that's
out.
fine. Ask a question. We'll vote on it after. Normally you make a motion and
It wasn't,
second.
it was more of a statement than a question. It looked like we collected more sales tax than what we budgeted, so we're doing good.
Yes.
Okay, that's all. Now I'll make a motion to accept.
Motion made by Jody. Second by Willis. Any further questions? Any other question, Joe?
Nothing more.
That's how you do it. Jody.
Aye.
Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Any other business to be brought up before the council? Lacy.
I just wanted to thank the citizens of the town of Meadow for allowing me to serve these past 8 years. This is my time to walk away. I've made the decision with a good heart. I have one kid. He comes first in my life. I have 4 years left with him in school, and I'm going to dedicate it to him. So I believe that if I can't do the job to the fullest, you don't do the job at all. So that's why I'm walking away from the town, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to come back one day. And I'm still going to be around to help, but I just wanted to tell y'all, thank y'all. And I hope I served
Willis?
I just first wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I've enjoyed the 12 years on this board, working with a bunch of people, and all of everybody else on it. And I'm not going anywhere, to my office and going to nurse. Thank you.
Thank y'all for your service. All right, anyone in the audience have any comments?
Joe, I just wanted to do like, tell everybody Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
All right.
And thank you, Lacey, for your service.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. Let Jim.
Go ahead, Kip.
All we're gonna do is thank y'all for your service, for your good serving with y'all, and wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, y'all stay safe.
See here, all right, Mr. Johnny.
I forgot what I wanted to do.
No, can you enlighten me? Okay, y'all demolish that house. What happens then? Who has to put the cost?
Us,
The town.
and go on the
Yeah.
taxes.
And what about the property owner?
It's gonna go in his
It
tax.
goes on his taxes.
I'm sorry?
It goes on his taxes. Because of the
I gotta do it now.
What I'm saying is, he doesn't pay anything other than,
Well, if you don't pay his taxes,
well, no, I gotta pay that.
The cost goes on
the
the
cost,
taxes.
On the tax bill.
the cost goes on his tax.
In other words, the town's gonna pay the bill, then we're gonna put it on the property tax, if the profit, on his property tax. If he doesn't pay the property tax and the bill, he probably will go, no.
Gotta go to auction.
Yeah.
It takes
But if you go to
a
the attorney,
It's a process.
that's good?
Oh, now they're gonna process it.
Yes.
Gary.
I got a couple of questions on that sewage, y'all putting out. How are the rules on that?
How you mean?
I hear my property touches everyone, I don't have to be hooked up to this, I don't have to be charged for this. How does it go around? How y'all figure this out, this sewer?
Mr. Prisnos can answer that question.
Or you got your.
Okay.
That's phase three?
The first few phases, the
I'm with
property
you.
along Highway 1 was not included in the grant applications. Okay.
That's going back, what, 30 years ago or so?
30 years ago.
1982.
That is
No
correct.
nervous and stuff.
92, well, in the 80s.
In the eighties.
Starting the late 80s.
No nervous.
Now, the newer grants, I think they are included, so from phases, well, basically there's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I think have been. Sometimes we don't get servitudes all the way there, but in general, for those, the sewer, you should be able to tie into that sewer if the town chooses to make it. But yeah, usually those we do.
You mean, you give a lawyer's answer now. Give it to us in English.
Well,
He's in,
because.
what phase he's in?
I don't know what taking you.
3?
1 team on hand.
Phase 3 of
No
it.
Montco
That was
office,
the-
no Montco office.
Okay, the Montco office, the old Montco office is not in there, it is not technically in that,
But his house is set back.
before Montco.
It's that neighborhood, sorry, John.
Okay, so,
He lives
and
between,
is,
he lives between Heber Lane and
North Henry.
North Henry, right? That's where he lives.
so the house, though, I believe is, so I think it is in that, I don't think between them, in the front of the Holly / Ridgewood are, but I think we should be beyond something that I think
He is what?
he is included to the needs of.
And help you out there?
Huh?
Help you out?
And
not the answer you
y'all
want.
charge for this, John. I'm not hooked up.
You
I'm
will
gonna
be.
pay him for charging people.
You will be.
The charge,
Oh, yeah, I mean, y'all figure out how much it costs, and actually, I don't think y'all make money on sewage, I think y'all still lose money on sewage. So,
If I were,
Goes by usage.
Joe,
But,
can I-
by
you know,
use.
we've got people we've got to pay, we've got the plants to maintain, we've got all the electric bills on all the various.
You pay a flat
lift
fee,
stations.
you pay a flat fee
it's a
first.
$15, right?
Yeah.
$15 flat fee for your first 2,500 gallons, I think.
Yeah.
And then every 1,000 gallons after that is $3 per thousand. Is that how it still is? It wasn't.
Something like that.
Goes by usage from the water.
Yes, but it goes by, the price on the use.
Anyhow, you pay a flat fee, then after so many gallons, you pay per thousand, per thousand.
How much it is per thousand? Used to be 3.
It's been a while, I haven't looked at it,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
been
been
a
$4,
while.
but to answer your question, if the town makes money with the sewage, yeah, we get a few dollars, but it's to help maintain the facility.
We used
You
to
know, I wanna
have,
go on record that, you know, we're making a few dollars, but it goes back into the system,
I had $36 worth of water.
okay?
I had 42 something of sewer.
Yeah, we don't have the
So
same,
that's what it basically comes up to.
Yes, sir.
More for the sewage and water.
yes, sir.
In a way, Darren, you like me, a bit of a clean freak, the more water you use, the more you,
So
more
we get
depots
money
you're
to
gonna
put
have.
water in the ground instead of the sewage. I'm not even hooked up.
Roger that.
And you got,
Just one thing.
but you have trash collection too in the water.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah,
trash
that's
too, we
before.
talked about
Okay.
that.
That's
Try
how,
having
you
a
pay,
swimming pool.
you pay more to get rid of the water than bottled water.
Yeah.
Anybody else has any questions?
that can be changed, you can, the town can make a fixed rate, but that's something that never stored for that. You can do whatever, do it however you want. It could be a fixed rate one time, it can be about water consumption, however you want.
You have to be a high fixed rate if you're gonna continue servicing your sewage people.
We used to have to take out a sales tax to cover it. Now we have enough on it that is covered.
Correct.
And the more you put on it, the more, maybe once the whole town's connected, you might be able to do a flat rate down the line.
That's the goal.
That's the idea.
Just not now.
Like I live on the highway, I'm not hooked up to the sewer. I still have to pay for sewer.
But that area.
That area.
You pay for it.
If you can hook up to the sewage, you are the reason you have to pay the sewage.
Hooked up or not.
Correct.
Do a
Now,
fancy-
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Tracy, but you just pay the minimum if you're not hooked up, so it's not based on your water consumption, but I don't know if
I
that.
think it is paying for
It goes by the consumption.
It does go by consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my bills are low.
Payment to
I live on myself.
You ought to just pay the minimum, well,
I'm paying $60-something a month.
I'll have to see the bill, Carol.
You know,
And you
And
got
between
your,
sewer and water and your garbage.
you got your garbage on there too, Cat.
You know.
Bring your bill to the office with a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay?
Are you going to? I ain't hooked up to it.
Yeah, you can
I
come down.
got my bill.
Come visit us, okay?
I'll come with you.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, but talk to Tracy or
Well, I
Rachel.
talk to you.
I'm
You
not
call
gonna
me
be,
when I can come.
okay. You come tomorrow. I'm not gonna be here, but you come tomorrow if you want me.
But this is so funny, according to this meter, I ain't used no water. I don't know if I'm reading this right or what. I mean, fighting with the Food Fire Water District. Now, I don't know what to do.
We're gonna help you out and see what the rest of the thing, okay?
I got one more thing to do about this. There's another thing too, where I built my house, when they did the engineering, that property was undeveloped. So I never got a rider, but I had to connect. So it cost me $2,000 to put a pump station from my house to go 200 something foot to my neighbor to connect. So, I know where you're coming from. So my bill went up 2 plus, it cost me $2,000 and a driveway to connect to the city with a pump station, with a little pump. So property that are undeveloped, if you develop them later, maybe you know, it might be an extra cost there too. And me and John went back and forth on that years ago. I had bought that property from before. They had never put it on.
Do you have to connect to the sewer?
If it's in the,
Because, well, you know where I live way off the road and behind, well, not, hopefully not more that house. I think. Back over there, and the new house they're building is the same thing.
We don't force you to hook up, but you still gotta pay the fee if you're in the block.
Even if I'm not hooked up, I still gotta pay a fee?
Yes.
Well, that's true.
I understand.
So why some people pay and some people don't?
Everybody pays their sewer bill.
Everybody.
They're gonna have sewer in the whole town.
The ones that don't pay don't have sewage yet, probably.
It goes by, like we're on phase 8, or, it goes by phase. When it comes in your neighborhood, then you gotta start.
The Catholic Church North, everybody, almost everybody between the two roads are connected. And going south is basically, Griffin Lake.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, sir. Anybody else has any questions? Darren, we'll give you a call, okay?